couple, she gives them a helping hand and a shoulder to cry on. Karen Barber.
The most famous Slater outside of EastEnders, Nicky Slater.
He's the original Judge Dredd, Jason Gardner.
Our judge who's really spiced up the panel, Emma Bunton.
And as a skater, he was ahead of the game. Now he's ahead of a panel. European and Olympic ice champion, Robin Cousins. To you, Ice panel, welcome.
Good evening.
So, Robin, last week it seemed that some of our celebrity skaters really stepped up their game.
They did, and they set themselves into a group on their own.
So what are you going to be looking for tonight,
Well, I think
then?
one or two who probably thought they should be a part of that group last week that weren't, and they're going to be out there tonight trying to get into that group, and there are one or two that possibly are going to have to skate really hard to stay in that group.
Well, who are you going to need to see more from tonight, then?
Well, I think at the moment, collectively, the girls have probably got the edge, so the boys need to come out and skate like men.
Well, let's throw down the gauntlet. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Our Ice panel. Okay, Emma, let's come to you first of all. Christine, happy with the performance there?
Absolutely. I think slowly but surely we are getting to see the real Gary. I'm very happy about that. I'm sure your little girl's going to be very proud of you. I just thought it was a lovely performance. You know, I can see your personality coming through, and you seem to own the performance tonight, and that is exactly what I wanted to see. Well done, Gary.
Thank you, Emma. Nikki, what about the skating?
Well, I'm a very big fan of your skating, and I've been so frustrated that you've almost been apologetic in your presentation. So whilst it wasn't as clean and assured as it could be, it really is wonderful to see you having fun and letting go. Can we please move up another gear from this? For next week, we want to see the showman come out. And I don't want to hear you saying, I'm self-conscious, you're an actor. Act rock star out there on the ice. I think that'll make a real difference.
So, Robin, you threw down the gauntlet to the men tonight. How did Gary do?
Finally, it's great. I have to concur with everything that has been said. Get off those toe picks, enjoy it, and stop making excuses for being good.
Thank you, judges.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Emily wanted to get higher up the leaderboard, and I know I'm so happy for her. You're happy.
So happy. I am pleasantly surprised. It was pretty... Emily, you looked confident, you looked sexy. Where has this Emily been? I've missed her. I know you found it really difficult last week, but look what happens. We have to give you constructive criticism, and you can get better. I'm so pleased for you, and I love that you skated on your own, because you've just shown me that you're a brilliant skater. It's great.
Thanks, Emma. Nikki, you're nodding in agreement with Emma there. The solo skate was fantastic.
Yes, it was, and I love the way that you are just daring to present and stretch out. There's more to come. It's the linking of the movements now, so you'll know that, but this is a big step forward. Link it all together, make it smooth, look into his eyes, and sell us a story. And then the marks will go even higher.
Thank you, Jason.
Well, I think, by far this was your best week. Finally you're coming out there and you're putting it all together and you're attempting. What I will say, though, is just watch the arms. Okay, because they don't develop at all. They're just here or there. So I just want you to get more fluidity in the arms. This is constructive, people. Okay, and at the very top, you had a great little story. It was very coquettish and all that kind of stuff, but it kind of lost a bit of the story as you get into more of the technical requirements. And watch the jaw. Have you got an underbite? No, because you jut your chin out when you think. It's like you bite your tongue. Watch the jaw. You stick it forward. Okay, pull it back.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks,
thank you.
judges. Thank you. Oh, I love that. I wanted to jump up on the ice and join in. Robin, what did you think?
So much more natural to see you performing to music that you can connect to. So whilst there were still a few little glitches and a few things, it wasn't as contrived as we've seen in the past. It just felt like you wanted to be there, you were in control, you were leading your partner, and it was a much, much better performance to see.
Lovely, thank you. Emma?
Yay! Do you know what, Kieran? You really make me smile. I know some of these will obviously look at your technique, but for me, just really enjoy your performance. I love that you're skating independently, which is great. You're very strong. You looked much more comfortable. Some of your dance moves were a little bit awkward, but and the music glitch as well, I think, kind of disturbed your performance a little bit. But you carried on, and that's that proved that you're good at this, because you carried on strong. It was brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you, judges. Thank you. Dr. Hillary says he's more confident, more comfortable, Jason, but the scores aren't reflecting that.
Oh, Dr. Hillary, the thing is, you know, what is missing from your performance, really, for me, is, you know, there's a lot of things that are missing from the performance, and particularly, you know, I'd have to say you're so stiff. You know, everything is slow and laboured, plus we're just not getting the content at all. You know, it's basically the same routines set to different music.
Okay, Robin's nodding with agreement. Karen, what do you say to that?
I think there is improvement. I think it was your best routine. The lift was solid, but unfortunately the spin was only just over one rotation, so it did come down for me, and that's where you lost marks. But I thought the rest was better, and there is improvement.
Emma? I'd like to say,
I think you have improved, and I think you should be proud of yourself. You're doing it for the dads out there. You're staying up, you're sturdy, you're not, you know, you're not falling on the eyes. He is quite sturdy.
So not sturdy.
Not sturdy.
Much more sturdy than he was a couple of weeks ago, and that's what I love. Okay, he was. And I think you've got some amazing fans out there who are keeping you, and you know how I feel. I think everyone else is miles ahead of you, but you're doing a good job, and you should be proud of yourself.
Thank you, Emma. It certainly was reflected. In fact, it was her best score today, Emma.
Yes, it was. And, you know, the tango is one of my favourite ballroom dances, and you're brilliant, so I was expecting a lot. And we were nearly there. I thought some of it needed a little bit more attack and a bit sexier. You were kind of smiling through a lot of it. But otherwise, again, Daniela, your performances are always strong, and you can just see you put everything into it. So well done.
Thank you. Quick final word from you, Robin.
No, you committed to it as a couple. Same with them, a bit more attitude, but what we saw was a completely different side of you to last week, and you're showing the audience at home that you're capable of a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you, judges. Thank you.
This is it. Heather and Kieran have performed again for the judges. One of them will stay in the competition. One of them will be leaving tonight. It's decision time. Judges, I'm going to ask you one by one to give me the name of the skating star you want to save and see perform again next week. Karen.
Well done both. It couldn't be closer. But I'm saving Kieran.
Nikki.
Well, it's chalk and cheese and very close, but I'm saving Heather.
One vote each. Jason.
Two very, very dynamic skate-offs, actually. But tonight, I'm saving Kieran.
2-1 for Kieran. Emma.
You've both come such a long way, but I am saving Kieran.